Apple has finally announced their April 20th event, and based on all of the different puzzle pieces that have just come together, I am almost 100% sure that we'll be getting a new 24-inch iMac from Apple revealed at the event in just a few days. Now I know it's technically not confirmed until it happens, but I'm gonna go ahead and just call it. We will be seeing an iMac next week. And if I'm wrong, you guys can come back to this video and to this channel and make fun of me, call me names, or whatever you want to do. But trust me, there are so many different things that just perfectly aligned yesterday morning. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how everything comes together for a new iMac release next week. And then I'm gonna share my thoughts on which features you should expect, as well as the other products you should be expecting from the Apple event. So let's get right into it. Way back last year, we started to see leaks and rumors from various sources that claim that we'd be seeing a new 23 or 24-inch iMac either at the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. Now the interesting part is that they only mentioned the smaller iMac and not the 27-inch model. And that totally makes sense because back in August, Apple updated the 27-inch, but they basically left the 21.5-inch model alone, which signaled that the 24-inch iMac would be coming first with the fresh redesign and Apple Silicon chips. Now moving on, in October, it was reported that Apple was working on a redesigned iMac with a new chip and an Apple-designed discrete GPU. And they mentioned that it's set to ship in the first half of 2021. Now, I personally believe that they were referring to the larger 27-inch iMac being replaced by that new model, because in my opinion, the smaller one does not need discrete graphics. Apple for sure is going to want to save that for the more expensive, larger model, which I think is coming later in the year because Apple needs time to work on the dedicated GPU. Then, just 2 months ago, Jon Prosser revealed a huge and surprising leak. The 2021 iMac may come in 5 different colors, which hasn't happened since the original iMac. Then last month, Jon went on to say that the new iMac is basically ready and could launch at any time. And after that, things started to get very interesting. On March 17th, an Apple Silicon iMac leaked within an Xcode crash log, and Apple even confirmed it, which shows that these new iMac models are operational and Apple is currently testing them. And then on March 19th, Apple officially discontinued the 27-inch iMac Pro. And the very next day, they discontinued the larger storage models of the 21.5-inch iMac. And this sort of stuff only usually happens before a big launch of a new product. And then a couple of days later, we had a massive leak within the beta code of macOS Big Sur 11.3, pointing to 2 brand new unreleased iMac models. Now this is extremely important because I don't know if you know this or not, but just a couple of weeks before Apple revealed the M1 Max last year, the exact same thing happened. macOS beta code revealed 3 unreleased Macs, which of course ended up being the M1 MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro, and Mac Mini. And literally just yesterday morning, Apple seeded the latest beta version of Big Sur 11.3 to developers, pointing to this software releasing very soon. And this is very likely because last week, Tim Cook mentioned that iOS 14.5 is coming in just a few weeks. And as we already know, Apple usually releases software for their various platforms at the same time. And it's often on the same day that Apple's new products are available to order. And what makes this even better is that the upcoming iPad Pro's A14X chip leaked in iOS 14.5 beta, as well as a new 120Hz Apple TV feature in tvOS 14.5 beta, but I'll get into those other products after all the iMac stuff. So just the fact that we're expecting macOS Big Sur 11.3 very soon, and those 2 iMac models were leaked within that version of macOS, it's already becoming pretty convincing that we should be getting the new iMacs this month. But the weird part is that there are 2 leaked Mac identifiers. So the question is, do those 2 models point to 2 different models of the 24-inch iMac, or do they point to both the small and the large iMac launching at the same time? Well, in my opinion, I think that we're just getting the 24-inch iMac. and the two identifiers simply point to two different motherboards, which we've seen in the past with Apple's previous Macs. But now I want to get into by far the most important puzzle piece that is making me basically confirm that the iMac is coming at next week's event. Love to Dream, one of the most reliable Apple leakers out there, posted a tweet showing rainbow colors and an iMac, basically confirming what Jon Prosser said about the 5 new colors for the 24-inch iMac. In fact, he even replied with a thumbs up to Jon's original tweet. So it seems like the new iMac colors are happening for sure. And just a few weeks ago, we started to get some leaks showing that Apple was going to release some new spring-themed case colors for the iPhone 12. And some of them ironically look exactly like the iMac color leak from Jon Prosser. And then just yesterday, more of those cases leaked, like the dark purple looking amethyst case, and apparently they're launching this month. And on top of that, Max Weinbach, another leaker, actually said that we should be seeing new spring-colored Apple Watch bands as well. And now let's finally get into the bombshell that wraps all of this up. Apple's event invitation is titled Spring Loaded, basically pointing to a couple of different things. First off, it means that the event is going to be packed with new announcements and products, making the iMac release much more likely. On top of that, the invite shows a bunch of spring-themed colors, literally matching up to the spring cases that were leaked, as well as some of the iMac colors. And we know for sure that this event is spring-themed because of the augmented reality image that Apple created, showing off all of the colors. And Greg Joswiak even tweeted this new morphing logo outside within Apple Park, right next to a bunch of blooming trees. So based on that, if Apple is going to be releasing a redesigned iMac with a bunch of new colors, the absolute best time would be to release it alongside the rest of the spring-themed iPhone cases, Apple Watch bands, and everything else. And since the event is spring-themed, it makes the most sense to release all of that at the event, including the new iMac. And just to add a bit more confirmation to the new iMac releasing next week, Mac Rumors posted a couple of days ago that the 21.5-inch iMac just hit an all-time low price of just $950. And if you know anything about how sales on Apple products go, Apple has to approve the sale before retailers can give discount prices. So there's a good chance that Apple is getting rid of inventory before the new iMac is revealed, especially since they already discontinued the larger storage models last month. So based on all of those puzzle pieces coming together, including the leaked Apple Silicon iMac in the Xcode crash log, the leaked iMac identifiers that just so happen to be in the macOS Big Sur 11.3 version that's releasing very soon, and everything else, I am officially calling it. The 24-inch iMac is coming at Apple's April event. Now with that said, I think it's gonna look almost exactly like Jon Prosser's renders, or these ones from Ian Zelbo on Twitter, which look very clean. And on top of that, I believe that there are two different options that could happen in terms of the Apple Silicon chip. Either they are just releasing the base model for around $1,100 with the same exact M1 chip that we already have in the other Macs, or they're gonna give us an upgrade option with the 12-core M1X chip. But that doesn't seem that likely, and it seems a bit hard to believe because we're not expecting the M1X MacBook Pros until later this year, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now don't expect user upgradable RAM because that will 100% not happen on this iMac. It's gonna be soldered on. But other than that, the design change will be the best part about the new iMac. Now, as far as the other products that we should expect to get released at the event, we're basically 100% sure that we're getting new iPad Pro models with the A14X chip. Uncle Pan also agreed with this, saying that we should expect the iPad Pro and the AirTags Bluetooth trackers, so you should expect those to come as well. We did also get a leak of the new iPad Pro models, as well as an iPad mini, which unfortunately did not get a redesign. So the new Mini should be coming at the event as well, simply getting a chip upgrade to the A14 chip and probably not much else. There was also a leaked sticker, which seems to be a new Magic Keyboard case for the iPad Pro, so I think that we can 100% expect that to be released at the event as well. Now on top of that, there's actually a pretty good chance that we're going to be getting a new Apple TV at the event, but it's probably 50-50 because of a couple of different reasons. First off, leaked code was found in the last tvOS beta version, pointing to a new Apple TV model with 120Hz refresh rate support. And as we know, that version of tvOS is coming within the next couple of weeks. On top of that, we're expecting the Apple TV to get the A14X chip, which was leaked within the iOS 14 beta code. So there's a chance that Apple is gonna announce and show off this chip and then put it into the iPad Pro and the Apple TV at the same time. The only issue is that a couple of months ago, the verifier reported that the Apple TV 6 is actually coming in the fourth quarter of this year. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens at the event. There's also a chance that we'll be getting new AirPods, which Uncle Pan believes are coming at the event, but there are some other leakers and reporters who say that they're going to be getting delayed, so we're really not sure. So there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you totally disagree with my speculations on the iMac coming next week, go ahead and let me know down below. But if you're excited for all those Apple products, click the circle above because we're going to be getting our hands on all of them. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.